Yo, what's going on, my people? We are live. Myself, Phil Lindsay, our Tuesday afternoon slot, day after Raw, Raw after Saturday night's main event, Dynamite's tomorrow. Always something to talk about. Is Triple H cooked? Is definitely one of the conversations we're going to be having today. A lot of WWE fans threw in the towel with Triple H this past weekend, man. So we're going to try and figure out with you guys what led to all this. Raw, of course, obviously, that was last night. Saturday night main event, Fallout. Some Wrestle Kingdom announcements as well. We're closer to finding out who Tanahashi and John Cena's final opponents are going to be. But yeah, man. So first things first, please like, subscribe, super chat if you're feeling like getting involved with the conversation. Become a member if you haven't already. Support the guys. Phil, my brother, what's going on, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know what to make of current predicaments. I knew we were gonna have to make a pivot after the injury and Seth went down, but ooh. I don't know about this direction.
It's just, yeah, man. Plans change, brother. Seth Rollins. I didn't know he was gluing things together from being this bad. You know, it's hey, man. But let's dive in, bro. It's Triple H. It's WWE. Are they just cooked at this point? WWE headed into 2025. They had all the cards in their hands, man. That's what I thought anyway. They had all the momentum. John Cena's retirement run. Roman Reigns, babyface. Cody Rhodes was still flying. No Brock Lesnar. Life was good, Phil. People look forward to things. Dwayne at Mania. A lot of people were looking forward to that. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk. The John Cena retirement run that was just, we all thought would just be a victory lap.
Mm-hmm.
Emerging talents, Bron Breakker, Jacob Fatu. And I guess like over the months of the year, bro, it's just been chipped away. It hasn't been an overnight thing. The optimism, it's just been chipped away at. And it hasn't all been bad this year, I don't think. There's definitely been the highlights, especially with the women who I think have carried the product this year, to be honest. But, Saturday night's main event comes around this weekend. And I think people just had enough, bro. The crash outs were crazy, whether it was Drew McIntyre not winning, whether it was Jey Uso for a multitude of things, just Jey Uso existing, Triple H's booking in general, and just the vibes lately going in and coming out of that show. People were just crashing it on Triple H, bro, all weekend. They were calling Raw Monday Night Grok. They don't. And Triple H don't help himself, bro. Whether he's just, I don't know, whether he's just gleefully glazing Donald, not even being at Saturday night's main event, And then he comes around last night, Monday Night Raw. We get CM Punk as world champion for the first time in Raw in like well over a decade. And what does the show open and close with, Phil? Logan Paul. Logan Paul world title angles.
Bro.
So like, what are we doing here, bro?
I don't think it would be as bad if Triple H doesn't keep over promising, because I think that was part of the issue with WrestlePalooza as well. He promised all these big surprises. This was going to be world changing, all of this, and it wasn't. And then you come into this Raw after Saturday Night Main Event, and it's again the landscape is going to change again. Nah, it didn't.
Yeah, he did it again, bro.
It didn't.
He did it again. Oh, man, Logan Paul,
I have
like,
to wonder.
It was like the surprise. When it's like a surprise, but it's like bad. That it's just like.
I have to wonder though, what is the meeting like? Because I think that they stumbled into something with the Vision and Seth getting hurt, and you had to rush the Brian turn, and so you had an angle that people were legitimately interested in. People were interested in what's next for Brian, and I think people would have at least been patient with you after Saturday Night Main Event, because I think you should have just went with Brian to Saturday Night Main Event. But let's just forgo that for a second. I think people would have been patient with you, at least if you had done something interesting with him for the past 2 weeks. You haven't. You
just waited, bro.
You went from not putting him in the Battle Royal, which was an odd decision, and then going with the Jay match at Saturday Night Main Event, and oof, that match was not good. And then you went from there. Punk has the title. All right, okay. Ron's gonna come out. He's gonna be the first person we see, right? And we do see that last night. And then you just eject Logan Paul in the midst of it.
How did we get here, Phil? You know, obviously the Seth Rollins injury changed things. You know,
It had to, but I just
this much.
I don't know if there's been any other time where you could clearly tell that somebody was handpicked by the office, like Brian Breaker, and the audience was ready to accept it. Because more often than not, once the audience can tell somebody is handpicked, they reject them. You had a guy right here that people were ready to go, yep, just put the title on him. We're ready for it. And they just didn't do it. I don't understand.
Peacock audience not big enough for them anymore, bro. You know, they got to do it on Netflix or some other bullshit. You know, it's nasty, bro. Like, you know, the reports don't even add up. You know, and then Triple H comes out and he overpromises like he's tweeting. He needs to stop tweeting, bro. You know, and his little, you know, his behind the scenes videos that he loves to drop. You know, his fan cams. He's I don't know, bro. I don't like I say, how did we get here? Like, Seth Rollins' injury obviously played into some things. You know, people like yourself, people like our good friend Ibu, gleefully jumping on the timeline talking about Seth Rollins was took for granted. Seth Rollins, was he underappreciated? And I think you just I think you're nasty guys, bro. I'll be real with you.
Nah, after that main event on Saturday Night main event, I was like, nah, man. And the way people talked about him after Crown Jewel and he did all of that for a 3-star match. Nah, man. Going from that Cody Seth match to what we got at Saturday Night main event, nah, we might need to go back and reassess.
There should be more options, though, bro. Like, that's not. It's like there should be better choices from the options that they have. You know, like why it didn't have to be Jey Uso. No, Seth Rollins doesn't mean Jey Uso necessarily, but it's what they went with. So it's like, I probably would have enjoyed Seth Rollins and Punk again. At least Punk and Jay was funny, you know. Like, I really didn't need to see Punk and Seth again. So I don't know, man. And obviously, I don't think it's been any secret. I haven't enjoyed a lot of Seth's work this year. So, but at the same time, to the point, it's like that doesn't necessarily mean I want Jey Uso in Seth Rollins' position. You know,
I mean, you want Logan Paul?
It's what I'm saying, bro. Like, why am I being attacked? You know, like it's nasty, bro. I just thought, like, yeah, it's.
But I think the most damning thing out of this is, like I said, that the vision looked like it was getting ready to do what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to be a vehicle to get Brian Breaker to the main event scene, and you did it. You did the angle. He jumped Seth out of the group, and this was supposed to be it. This was supposed to be the moment that moved him forward. And now you're saying let's put a pause on that. Why? Why are you doing that?
Again, still, it's the options to go with, bro. It's like, even if they're okay, let's hold off on Braun Breaker until, like, I don't know, he's gonna get the pinfall victory at Survivor Series, and then he's gonna, like, just smoke somebody for the title, you know, on a big pay-per-view, and, you know, make a big thing of it, or on Cena's last show or something like that, you know, like a really big show. It's like, that doesn't necessarily mean Jey Uso and Logan Paul. And that's kind of my point, even though I've made it like 3 times already in the first 10 minutes of this. But, like, you know, I get things change, bro. And I get, like, I get, like, patience and all this. But, like, the backup options these men are putting out lately is mad, bro. Like, Logan Paul, you know. And it's just like, Logan Paul off the back of getting absolutely cooked on Twitter all weekend, you know. First segment out the gate, Phil. You know, CM Punk walks out there with the big, I nearly called it the big gold. It's as close to big gold as we're getting in WWE these days, you know.
Medium gold. Yeah. Medium gold.
CM Punk's out there, you know, you see him walk through the back, you know, like CM Punk world champion. I'm like, you know what, bro? this product's ass. But that's a good look. I was just like, this product's ass. But that's a good look, you get me. CM Punk with the world title walking out there. He's like, this is something that I can be interested in, you get me? But
yeah, passes the sight test. He came out there, great sweatshirt. I was like, is that not on WWE Shop? I've never seen that one. He put out an exclusive, had the belt on it. It looked great. I was like, please don't jump into the crowd. We do not need a crowd jump, Punk. Just walk straight to the ring. It's cool. He came out there. He did the usual. Thanked the fans, thanked his wife. He trolled Rollins and spun the belt around his head, which I thought was great. And then this thing went completely downhill. I was like, all right. Because initially, when he's saying all the guys that he would like to have, like, he's like, yeah, where's Sheamus at? Where's Finn Balor at? Where's all these other people? And I was like, hey, man, Finn Balor versus Punk sounds pretty cool. I'd be interested in that. Xavier teased him online, called Jey Uso baby lungs, which was hilarious. I was like, hey man, I can wrap my head around Kofi versus Punk in 2025. There's a lot of reasons why that would make sense. Nah,
I mean,
Logan Paul.
Yeah, like I said, he goes out there. It all starts so well. You get me, the promo, and I'm thinking as well, like, you know, CM Punk. Like I said, my thought process going through this is like I just said, like, this product is ass, but like I can foot with this. I can foot with this. Like, CM Punk come out there, just don't do nothing weird. Don't do don't harp on too much about the vision, and don't do anything like weird. Or like anything, don't be too bold or out there. Just give me something normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, he goes out there and, like you said, pretty like just a real man's promo, you know.
Yeah,
thanks
safe.
to family, thanks to fans. Troll Seth a little bit, you know, and then he runs through kind of like some names on the roster. JD McDonough kind of made me laugh a little bit. I can't lie, you know, but you know, and he kind of like. He's like, yo, I got a target on my back now. I'm here. You know, I'm going to be a fighting champion. That's what I want to do. And it's just a very much like, I'm the world champion now type promo. I'm happy with it. And then boom, you know. Fucking just like, what the fuck, man? I audibly went, fuck's sake, bro. Like, and that doesn't happen a lot. Like, I'm sat here on my own. Smoking hella joints, stoned out my bracket, bro. Like, I don't audibly like gasp and jump around watching my wrestling. You get me? Well, like when Logan Paul's music hit, I genuinely was like, "Fuck, sake, bro! Like, I don't need this."
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I was close to cutting the Xbox back on, man. I was like, man.
Legit, bro. 10 minutes into the episode, you know?
I was like, I might could get some games in. Like, it's all right. I don't think the Logan Paul thing would have been as bad as my initial reaction to if the segment didn't completely go downhill, because their interaction was so awkward. It didn't feel like Logan Paul came out there and said anything incredibly interesting to get me into this. Then the vision is already out there, and you're trying to do this fake swerve of, look, oh man, Logan Paul is actually a good guy, which I never bought into. I already knew he was gonna turn and fake turn. I never believed that he was going to be a good guy in this, so I didn't bite on that at all. But everything,
I can't believe that's what they went with, bro. Like, this is what we're gonna go with at the start of the show, like a Logan Paul face tease,
fake out, yeah, which was not believable in any way. And man, like, as long as Logan Paul has been doing this, I think my main gripe with him, because the matches are usually good, I just don't buy into him as a wrestling character. It still feels like Logan Paul playing a wrestler.
He puts on that mad voice as well, bro.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
You know,
it don't hit for me, man. And I know this is probably just to get him on the heel team for the War Games match, but
we don't need that either. You know?
If you're telling me then that we have to sit through the next few weeks of Logan Paul Punk exchanges to get there, man.
That's what kills me, you know. Like, that's why I'm saying. That's why I audibly said, "Fuck, I don't need this," you know, because it's like The match, whatever, bro. You know, like the match. Like if Logan Paul went out there like, yo, let's do a match right now tonight. Still wouldn't have liked it was the first thing that Punk did. You know,
Yeah.
as champ. Still would have hated that as a premise. You know, but it's like I know it's a match. It's over and done with. Any like the idea of them like going back and forth for like 3 weeks, bro. Like I don't need like.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, why don't do this to me? You know, that's what hurts, Phil. You know, is the idea, the concept of them having like taken up weeks of his like reign with just bullshit. And I doubt Logan's gonna be there every single week anyway, and Punk probably won't be there every single week anyway. But still, when they are there, I don't want to see them together on screen. You know.
Yeah, this makes me wonder because that report at one point was that the heel team was going to be Division, Seth Rollins, Braun, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and Brock Lesnar. And so now that they've put Logan Paul in here, he's replacing somebody. So either he's replacing Seth, or and Austin Theory might still be in the mix, or he's replacing Brock.
I don't think he's replacing him. Like, I've got no reason to think why WWE would change their mind on like Brock Lesnar. No, you know.
Yeah, that's what
I've done
thought.
like kind of on-screen hints as well, like the Heyman stuff and shit. You know, like, and that's not actually like come to fruition yet. So it kind of makes sense that he'll be in it, even though it's not what I'd like. Austin Theory, I'd pick Austin Theory over Logan Paul. I'll be real, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's where I'm at.
I mean, you've got some options here. You could put Drew on the heel team as well, which I wouldn't be mad at. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, I guess it's the next thing that people have been mainly crashing it. The core of why people have been crashing it on Triple H like the past 3 days. Yeah, it's Drew McIntyre. So we'll segue into Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre faced Cody Rhodes for the world title again. A Saturday night's main event. This is Drew McIntyre's whatever title match, you know. And if I seen a post on Twitter the day after Saturday night's main event, so on Sunday, and it was something like basically if you exclude the Mania world title win, which he held for like 5 minutes or whatever it was, like his last like 20 or 30 his last 20 or like 30 title matches have been like he's lost them all, bro. Like, so obviously a lot of people believe in Drew. I was definitely one of those people. Like when he was getting towards the end of his babyface run a couple of years ago, some people in the audience probably remember this. Like I was like, bro, trust me, when he switches it up to heel, you know, he'll find a real good run in it. You know what I mean? Like that's what he needs to be. He needs to be a heel. It will change everything for him. And he turned heel, and he had a great run. And obviously, the cherry on top of that run was, of course, the CM Punk run, which accumulated in the Hell in a Cell match, you know, which was the WWE match of the year bar none. So it's like he does all this, you know, and people are thinking, what's Drew gonna do next? You know what I mean? Like world title reigns are in his future, like it has to be. Like he's been one of WWE's MVPs, etc., etc., etc. You know, and yeah, he's just kind of aimlessly floated, bro. Like he did the Damian Priest stuff. And he just kind of like, yeah, he just kind of existed on the roster, bro. And like, whilst he's doing this, like, he's still doing all the Twitter stuff, which was definitely the part of his character that I've never really liked, you know. And a lot of people I know feel the same way. And it's just like, yeah, bro, it just feels like what's what he does now. He's a tweeter, you know. And it's like, and then obviously he gets his world title feud with Cody, and I remember there was that report a few weeks ago, like, oh, Cody, or someone wanted Drew to win anyway, you know. And I was thinking, like, when they had their first match, like, if Drew's gonna win one, it'll be the first one. Do you know what I mean? And they'll go back and forth. Cody will win the title back, and then Cody will definitively beat him and defend, like, after winning his title back. Like, they'll do the 3-match series like that. So when Cody won the first one, I was just like, yeah, Drew's cooked, bro. Like, what are we? Like, do you know them ones? Like, what are we even doing here? Like, why are we even stretching this out? Like, because you've already told me as a fan that this is just Cody's just going to beat this guy. Do you know what I mean? But some people, obviously, fans are fans, bro, and that's part of the magic. You know what I mean? He's optimism, enthusiasm, hope, faith. You know. So when they do the Saturday night's main event angle, and like they book the match and everything, like you got people thinking, yo, Drew. Surely, like, why would they book the match? Doing all that sort of mathematics, Phil. And it comes to the match. They have the match. For what listen, I know people hated CM Punk and Jay. I thought Cody versus Drew was the worst match on that show. I hated that match, bro.
Really?
I hated that match, bro. And Drew lost again. And that was nothing to. I wasn't expecting Drew to win or wanting Drew to win or anything like that. So that didn't even play into why I hated the match. I just hated how they just smashed you over the head with a fucking sledgehammer about the story again and again and again and again. It was so in your face. I felt like a fucking 4-year-old watching. I don't know. It's like the storytelling in terms of both performers. Like it was super super heavy handed, and then the commentary was just being WWE commentary, just smacking you in the face with like Drew's kids trying to get in his head and like every fucking 10 seconds, bro. And it was just like. Yeah, I just didn't need all that, and it just became like annoying to watch. So like, at least Jay and Punk, like it was funny, and it was bad, but it was funny. They got the people at the end, and Punk won, and so like, it wasn't my least favorite match on that show. Although I'm never gonna start an argument about it being good or not, but. So yeah, Drew loses the match, and people are just like, "Fuck," just.
Yeah, I personally think the WrestlePalooza match was worse.
Because a lot of people said that.
At the one thing you could at least give this match is like it felt like it had some stakes. It felt like it was going somewhere. That WrestlePalooza match felt like it was rushed from the very beginning. The way it got tacked onto that card, I was like, That's why I didn't really understand why people believed that Drew could win that match, because the way it kind of got thrown on at the last minute, I was like, nah, I don't see it. And at least you had something going into this match. At least there was, quote unquote, story to the match. The WrestlePalooza match was just kind of forgettable.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't even feel that strongly about the Palooza match. It was just like fucking 6 out of 10. Just kind of a match that came and went. Didn't really offend me. This offended me, Phil. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference for me. Even if the work was better in one or the other or whatever, you know what I mean? Just as core reason, this offended me. WrestlePalooza didn't. It was just kind of a meh match that came and went, So
yeah, I can see that. Yeah. It was fine. I just think going into the WrestlePalooza match, first of all, I felt like you were already going down this hill of Drew's not going to win this match. It was very apparent to me. It was too soon to take the belt off of Cody. It just felt like that from the onset. And then going into this match, I didn't really feel like much changed. You changed the stipulation for it. You took away Cody's championship
championship advantage.
Champion's
advantage.
Yeah, you took away his advantage as champion. You added the stipulation that he could lose via DQ or count out. And so I was like, okay, you're trying to put over on this show. Anything can happen. There are 4 title matches. Any of these titles can change hands here. And I just didn't believe it. I just didn't believe that Cody was actually going to lose here. My pick to win was Drew. I would have liked to see Drew win this match, but I just didn't believe it. And I think that's the issue with a lot of WWE right now. It feels like a lot of things are very preordained. It feels like a lot of things are very predictable when you really consider how they do business. And yeah, I just didn't see it. I didn't see Cody coming in here and losing, and not on Saturday night main event. I just didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't even. I feel like most people didn't, but those last, few people holding on for a little bit of hope, like that's what made them crash, like this was the last straw.
You set yourself up, man. I feel like a lot of people set themselves up.
We've all done it once.
I couldn't see it. I could not see Cody losing here. And I have the same question that I had after the WrestlePalooza match. Like, where does he go now? I just don't see where you go with Drew, and the timeline of all of this is so fascinating because you went from the Punk feud where even though he lost in the end, he still was hot as a heel. You could have gone in multiple
Yeah,
directions with him.
100%. People are
And
optimistic, bro.
yeah, but his contract was coming up. I remember that was part of the issue. And TKO, I don't know if people have noticed this, but they seemingly cool people around their contract period. It seems like there's a pattern here of them doing that. You can look at like Chad Gable when his contract was up and he was in negotiation. You can look at how LA Knight lost the US title and he started to drift down in the pecking order when his contract was up. And it felt like the Drew thing was kind of the same way where they didn't know quite where to go. They weren't going to give him anything that felt substantial while his contract was still in question. So he signed the contract, and I was like, okay, he renewed. You've got a guy in him that's probably one of your hottest heels at the moment. It's off to the races now. No, it hasn't been. I I don't quite understand it either. Like they've really given him nothing since he resigned.
I understand kind of like not wanting to burn through everything, you know. I think we've seen very strong examples of bookers being a bit hesitant of wanting to go burn through things and it burning them, you know, actually doing the opposite of what they were worried about because the rest of that they were holding off on will get injured or the contract will come up or sort of like something will happen, you know. But I think that's kind of really been a theme of WWE in 2025 of people being optimistic and also kind of logical. Like it's not like people were being fucking, you know, like complete fantasy booking, coping that Drew would go on to do good things after that feud with Punk. Like it was a perfectly reasonable expectation from the fan base, you know. But yeah, I think it's been a theme in WWE this year of like people expecting certain things to go a certain way and it just not either it just not happening at all or them doing some like mad swerve that nobody was asking for or whatever it may be, you know. So I just Drew, man, like he's I think with Drew it's kind of a combination of everything. If we look at kind of like where he finds himself now, especially coming out of his feud, which he's just lost again, you know. It's the bad booking. I think his character got a little bit tired, especially like the social media part of it. However, how much that actually plays into it in real life, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? But for me, from a personal point of view, how I feel about his character and stuff, you know, I think it's gone way past being way months and months past him being like, all right, let's give it a break now, bro. Like, put the phone down. You get me? Like, because for me, yeah, my favorite version of Drew McIntyre, and this is what I was hyping up before he turned heel. Originally, when I was saying what he needs to be, my favourite version of Drew McIntyre was what he originally came onto the main roster with. You know, when he was Dolph Ziggler's heavy, and he was just like, bro, with no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Just on smoke. You know, like no bullshit, no trolling, none of this, bro. He was just, you know what I mean? He was just on smoke, bro, carrying Dolph. Like that was kind of like the story they'll tell with them two as a heel duo as well. So like. That's the best version of Drew, and then the babyface version of him that beat Lesnar at Mania and stuff like that. That obviously worked, and it because just kind of working yourself up the card, popularity, just kind of the natural transition to babyface sort of thing. And then obviously that kind of got tired, and then he had, like I said, he had a good heel run just now, but he kind of like there were certain elements of it that I always thought were a bit meh, but like now with time and with bad booking and him not really doing the things that you would have expected him to do and. He's kind of more at the forefront of like what people don't like or what people say about him, and but there's all the other things as well. Like I think physically as well, bro. Like he's not the same as what he was like even a year ago. You know, like he's. I don't know, man. He might have left. He might have left a piece of himself in that Cell match, bro. Like that's kind of. I'm starting to get that kind of feeling, you know.
But I mean, he hasn't really gotten anything to really. He hasn't looked motivated again. Like not like he did during that Punk feud. And I mean, people may have forgotten he won his WrestleMania match this year because he had the Damian match at WrestleMania. He won that match, and then it didn't really lead to anything. It led to another match with Damian, and then what? Like the tweeting, the Twitter stuff doesn't bother me. I think the Twitter stuff would be fine if he actually was doing something on TV. The kind of funny, ironic thing about all of this is essentially what happened to Punk in what became his infamous last run with the company. He turns heel. He has the big match with Undertaker at WrestleMania, and his infamous quote to Vince was, "All right, well, who's gonna win this?" And well, Taker's winning. All right, well, where does that leave me? Well, you're gonna be the hottest heel in the company. All right, but who's coming to work on Monday? Well, you are. Then I don't understand how this helps me. How does this help me to beat this guy? And then he goes away. And we saw how it worked out for Punk. And it's kind of going the same way for Drew, where, yeah, you had this great feud with Punk. You came out of it as a hot heel, but then, like, they didn't have anything for him after that. And it's very
Nothing,
apparent.
man. Yeah. Like I said, it's the creative is, of course, I think that's always the biggest thing because that's the thing that has the most influence, I think. You know, especially when we're talking about like a well polished performer like Drew. Like, this isn't some like green rookie where it's like, oh, he don't know how to work, you know. It's like I say, he has physically kind of, I do probably a bit of both. Like, I'm sure there's wear and tear, you know, like he's getting up there now age wise. He's starting to creep up there. And of course, there's always going to be the motivation factor, like Phil said. You know, he hasn't had anything like a Punk Sal match to want to go out there and be like, "Yo, I'm gonna have a legacy match." You know, so yeah, obviously that's definitely part of it, I'd say. But you know, he's had these world title matches with Cody, and you know,
Yeah.
they haven't been great, you know. So
He
maybe
just
if he
had,
was winning one of them, it might have motivated him, sparked the fire a bit, you know.
yeah.
It's I don't know, but like,
But he hasn't had a feud since the Punk feud either that really has been that entertaining either. I mean, trying to do the same kind of angle here that Kevin Owens did of like, look, guys, he's the real bad guy here. He's corporate Cody. It's not me. It's the fact that the company has fully embraced this guy. And it's like, yeah, well, we've seen that already. And that went on into a trilogy of matches. Why are you going back with that again?
I don't know, creative not. I don't know. The creative isn't creating right now, you know. Um, Drew McIntyre, man. He's an interesting guys, man.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
where he goes. I don't know where he goes from here, to be honest. Um,
I have to assume there's going to be a third Cody match because of the way that this match ended. Cody picked up the win by DDTing Drew onto the belt, and so Drew can always come back and go,
Cody's
"Well, you
beat him
cheated."
again. Cody's just gonna beat him again, bro. It's nasty, man.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not even a Drew shooter. I'm just like I don't need this. Like I don't need Drew slipping further and further down the card. Like it's just I don't know, man. Like, maybe he wins any. Maybe he does win any. You
Where
know,
so if they
maybe they do 4 or 5 matches. You know what I'm saying? And
so we're gonna
Cody's still gonna come out of this with the belt. Any like they're
yeah
not going into the new year with Drew McIntyre as world champion. I just don't believe that.
no
I
if
still
they're
haven't
gonna
completely wrote off the idea of him winning the belt, but you know, it just depends how many more matches the book really. If they book another match, then you know. But I'm not going to be like hoping and having faith in it. You know, it's
so are you gonna run this back at Survivor Series? I wonder.
maybe
Yeah,
seems what the reaction is. You know,
I do think we're getting a third match. I'm just not sure. I could see both Drew and Cody in the War Games match potentially as well. I don't know.
but yeah, it's not looking too exciting for Drew McIntyre these days, man. It's not looking too exciting. But yeah, I think like you said about like the tweeting and stuff as well. You know how like it really does amplify it when he's not doing anything on the TV. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, this weekend's perfect example of it. Do you know what I mean? He loses to Cody. First thing he does is get on and he posts that fucking clip of Cody, and it's like, haha, bro, but you just lost another world title match. Like, your fans right now aren't here for the hee-hees and the ha-has. They're raw pissed right now. So, like,
Yeah.
his fans are all pissed and crashing it on Triple H, and he's tweeting memes, bro. Like, it was just, yeah. So, I'm sure he's fine. he's, he's making good money, man. He's making very good money. So, um,
Yeah, man. They came out and presented him with that big sword, and he signed a new contract. He's got to be doing pretty well.
yeah, man. As long as he's getting his money, bro, I doubt he's gonna be. He's already kind of done his legacy run, hasn't he? You know,
Yeah. I still think
his big run on top, even though it was in the pandemic. But he's still done a lot of stuff that he can talk about and be
yeah.
happy with his career. You know, he's a Hall of Famer. Blah 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 blah. So, you know.
I don't know.
Shout out Drew, man. I like Drew. Obviously, like I said, there's elements of his character that I'm not fucking with in it, but
Yeah.
I do think like Phil said, where does he go from here now, bro?
Well, we haven't seen the entire bracket for this tournament yet. He could be in this John Cena sweepstakes tournament as well.
The last time is now tournament.
Yeah.
The John Cena Invitational.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at the idea of Drew being his last opponent, and Drew, is the guy that beats him in his last match, and he has that as like this notch in his belt. But
he's
then
too
what?
old, Phil. He's too old. I wouldn't go with Drew, man.
So you think they're going to give a young guy the win over Cena?
Gunther's not particularly young, but he's a lot fresher, isn't he, than Drew?
Gunther.
I'm all about. I'm invested in Gunner. That's my guy, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's the name I've seen in the reports earlier this year. That's the name I've attached myself to.
Is Mello in this tournament? He was one of the guys that flashed on there.
If he's not in it, then they're straight up just ribbing him, and he needs to get out of there. Them ones oh, I don't do all this dramatic stuff. You man know this in the chat, I don't do all that. Yeah, but if he's not in a 16-man tournament for something that social media all year have been saying that yo, he should be part of Cena's last run. I've seen people saying he should fucking win this tournament and that if he's not even in it, bro. If he's not even in it, bro, he needs to get out of there, because they literally I'd think they're genuinely ribbing him at that point. But yeah, man. We use this to segue into the John Cena Invitational. I think it is actually called the Final Time Is Now tournament or whatever, innit? So that kicks off next week. It was announced on Saturday night's main event. Cena himself in a video package. And he was just everyone who's been asking everyone who knows it's my last year's, everyone's been asking me the same thing: who's going to be my final opponent? And he's going to be, and my answer's always been the same: whoever earns it. And so they're doing a 16-man tournament. WWE superstars from Raw and SmackDown and NXT, and potentially some other faces. I don't think we need to think too hard about who those names will be. It's not going to be anyone too fucking epic. No. Edge is not going to be in this tournament. It's going to be like Joe Hendry.
That's what I think.
It's going to be like Joe Hendry. Mike Santana would be cool, but I doubt it. But he's going to be like some TNA and AAA guys, bro. It's not going to be fucking Edge and Chris Jericho. Stop it.
No, it makes the most sense for it to be Joe, because Joe has been saying in interviews for the longest that he wants a John Cena match, and so I think that he's probably going to be in the tournament, and then you can build off of him having those interviews and things to get to the point of him being in the tournament. But there's no way in the world I see Joe Hendry winning the tournament.
Yeah, of course, he's probably, bro. No. Where this year's gone? No, but yeah, of course not. But yeah, 16-man tournament, bro. That popped me. That did pop me. Going with a big field. Someone said Matt Cardona. I think there's a good chance Matt Cardona could be in it. To be honest, wouldn't surprise me at all. Would not surprise me at all. I'm going with Gunther as my early pick. They're doing the weird thing. I don't like it when they do tournaments like this. It's like they announce the matches as they go along. Show me a bracket, bro. I want to see a bracket. So far they've announced Rusev versus Damian Priest and Shinsuke versus Sheamus. So they're the first two matches that will be next week. And And yeah, but no bracket. Like I said, I want to see a bracket, man. I think it's because like they don't even know what the bracket is. You know them ones like they're like putting it together week by week. They know who's gonna win it, and I'm sure they know who the one in the final. Like, but it does feel like they are just kind of like, okay, you know, because otherwise, why else would you announce it this way? That's bullshit, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like it to be Melo. I think Melo makes a lot of sense. I just don't believe they're going to give him
Optimistic,
that
bro.
kind of win. That's just who I would like to see win. I have no belief that that's actually going to happen. Um, I other than that, I don't know because he's got what 2 more appearances by the end of the year. He's got a match scheduled for, or at least an appearance scheduled for Survivor Series. We don't know if it's going to be a match. Um, so he'll be at Survivor Series, and then he's got the final appearance in December at Saturday Night Main Event. Um, at one point, Dave reported that Dominic versus Cena was at least pitched. At least that was an idea.
I'd like
Because
that.
John Cena, of course, has never won an Intercontinental Championship. I think if you're going to do that match, you're proud like Survivor Series makes the most sense.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Uh, I like Dom. I like the idea of doing the Dom match. Um, it's a shame. I think it is a shame he hasn't wrestled more like younger guys on this run. To be honest, you know,
Yeah.
especially like when he was a heel, bro. Like you could have just like ran through guys when he was a heel. You get me? Like he could have just came out, cut his heel promo, and just even if it was just like a 7 minute match with fucking Nathan Frazier, you know, like just smoke him and it just so he's just like interacting and just in the ring with these different people and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Wait, wasted time on that heel turn. No.
so you hope you want Melo. You're not too optimistic. Who do you think will win? Even though we don't know who the bracket is, but, like, who
It's
do you
tough to
think? Will,
call because we don't know the whole bracket. We don't know even the matchups yet.
that's why it'd be epic guess if you got it
Yeah.
right from now. You know, so go for it.
Uh,
Let's shoot.
uh,
I'm going with Big Gun. I
I
think
I
he's
think
getting the
Gunther
job
makes
done,
a
man.
lot of sense. But just as his last match,
He's gonna demoralize him, bro. he's gonna. He's, the idea, yeah, of seeing him like working like a main event Gunther match, you know, for his last match kills me, you know. It's like,
what if it's Rusev? What if Rusev makes it all the way through this tournament?
well, that promo was good last night. I don't know if you saw it because I think it was in the ad break, but you know, they did like the crowd interviews during the ad breaks, and he's talking about like, you know, I need to avenge. What did he call it? He called it like the biggest loss of my career. He was like my
Yeah.
most embarrassing day of my career. I should avenge it, and he cut like a pretty decent promo, man. And
Yeah.
I could. It depends how long Rusev wants to hang around for, Rennie. Because if Rusev
Yeah.
is like, because he looks the part and stuff, you know. And I know he had that knee injury which he denied, which Dave hilariously did a tweet about the other day. I don't know if you've seen that, but
Yes.
but yeah, like Rusev looks pretty decent for his age physically and stuff. Obviously, he still looks the part, got a great look. I think he's starting to click more with the WWE audience. I've seen him get pretty good heat, multiple matches recently. And if they were like, you know what, we want Rusev to be a real player that can mix it up with the main event stars for the next 3 to 4 years, then I wouldn't necessarily be that against him getting this sort of a catapult of
Yeah.
like, okay, let's have him go over Cena on the way out, come full circle, and then he's gonna be our guy. You know how like redacted Brock Lesnar, you know how like Brock beat Undertaker. And
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, you can be like, oh, you didn't need that because he's Brock, and but it's just kind of like that, just kind of catapulted him to being like
Yeah.
this different thing. Do you know what I mean? This huge win. So I think like with Rusev, you could have like a similar effect. Like, of course, he's gonna be put strongly. He's Rusev. Do you know what I mean? When he
Yeah.
loses, there's always going to be like an asterisk. Like even like he's lost to Dom like 2 or 3 times recently. He's not beaten fully clean once. You get me? Rusev don't lose clean because he's a strongly booked character. But you know, you
Yeah.
can send him to like main event status with like a good
Yeah.
enough program and win over Cena
I,
in his
I
last match.
I think with what the Redeemer character was, it makes a lot of sense for him to come back and be fully motivated to be like, Hey man, I was on a trajectory to be like the next big thing is United States champion, and that loss to you kind of ruined my career. Like it completely threw me off my trajectory. Like all of these bad things started to happen to me, and like this time around, my second chance with the company, I have to redeem that loss to you. I have
Yeah.
to beat you. This means everything to me. And I think you could spin a good storyline out of that. And I think you could actually get some equity for him out of that win that he could take and do something else with. I'm just not sure if they're planning that far ahead with this. I don't
That's what I'm
believe
saying.
that.
No. But obviously, if Rusev is like, say he's only going to stick around for a couple of years and that, then I just feel it's not even worth doing. But like, yeah, I could see a scenario where all those things that we just spoke about going to play out, and it's pretty decent. Other potential people for Cena's last opponent. My brother said that like he wishes they didn't do the Randy match yet.
Mhm.
So like Randy could just be the last match. And it's like that makes sense, but it's like obviously they've done it now.
Yeah.
um, so that kind of wipes Randy
Yeah.
off.
I think
Punk mentioned him in the promo. Even if Punk was to somehow scam his way into another Cena match, it wouldn't be the last one. I don't think so.
nah.
It's like Gunther. I kind of understand the thinking behind like Gunther. Understand the thinking behind like Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker's a good option. I think he should be quite high on the favourites and stuff.
He's another one that should at least be in the tournament.
Yeah, he's gotta be.
Yeah.
Bron Breakker would probably be my second choice, to be honest.
Yeah. You think we're gonna get an Oba sighting in this tournament?
Well, no, because he would have to win it then. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I wouldn't stand for it, Phil. It's like obviously, like if I was being completely like fantasy booking, just out there, and I could like plan it, then like Oba would be my number one pick. Of course, he would. I don't think anyone would be surprised by that in his audience, but I'm fucking with Gunther for this one. I'm fucking with Bron Breakker for this. Mello seems less likely than Oberfemi. That's how unlikely Mello seems. But like I can understand how people would like that even in a parallel universe. Of like he's a young promising guy, bro. Like, and he's not really been given much, and this could be the thing. But who else are like real contenders of like who could people want to and realistically Roman. I know a lot of people are thinking Roman, but Roman's not going for a 16-man tournament, bro. So
No.
take Roman off. Roman's not doing
he doesn't
it.
need another Cena match either.
He doesn't, but, it's WWE, isn't it? So,
Yeah. I think right now Gunther or I've kind of talked myself into Rusev making a lot of sense. And this is Washington, D.C. They want to go with this patriotic angle of Cena going out against this foreign heel as well.
There's not really that many options, bro. Like, I guess Bronson Reed would count as a viable option, but like,
yeah,
man, who know me know that he's just not who I'm picking, bro. So,
it's just so hard to predict without a bracket, man.
Fuck it. Rhea Ripley, fuck it.
Rhea Ripley
comes with Riptide, bro. It's what we're doing now. Yeah, I don't think there's that many like really good and realistic options, bro. Outside of like Bron Breakker, Gunther, Jacob Fatu's injured. But obviously he would have been a good one, but he's also a babyface, so it's like, how do you really do that? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like, Gunther and Bron Breakker, I think, are the two most realistic and viable options by some distance as well. To be honest.
Yeah. If it's not Mello, I think they should give the win to Braun as well.
Yeah, Bron Breakker, man. Especially like with Seth being out and everything, and being like, you know what, we need to. They were gonna make him the guy anyway. Like you could tell, as Phil said earlier in the show, like he's so obviously like handpicked by the obvious, and he's also connected with the fans, and it's like it's this perfect storm. Why are they even waiting now? With the Seth injury, kind of making them have to speed things up, It's like you can put your foot all the way down to the floor with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can really like just rocket ship him, bro. Like get the world title on him. Cena's last match for the world title, smoke him, and that's he's him then. Like it's like, bro, that's the sort of shit that you can carry for a long time, like that's a lot of equity, bro. That's a lot of credit in the bank to like smoke Seth Rollins, win the world title, and then beat Cena in his final match. Like that's you're a made man, bro.
Even if he doesn't win the world title, beating Cena heading into January, that's got to make him an early favorite to win the Rumble at that point.
Yeah, definitely. Stealing it from Cena, that's a conversation for another day.
I don't know what this WrestleMania is gonna look like now with the Seth out of the picture and things being changed. Brock being in that promo definitely scares me. That makes me feel like they're preparing us for some kind of Brock match at this show.
So yeah, that's Cena's final opponent. It looks like we're getting a bit closer to fight tonight. They haven't announced when the final's going to be. Again, another weird thing. Like, I want a full bracket. I want to know when the date of the final's going to be. Is it going to be on Raw? Is it going to be on a pay per view? Is it going to be on? Do you know what I mean? Is it going to be on Survivor Series? Like what we're doing. So we'll see how that plays out, and if they do kind of announce more than 2 matches a week, so we can kind of, because I like, like the tournament treats. Like, oh, if he wins, he faces this person. Like, I like doing all that, bro. It's a part of the tournament. So
yeah,
but yeah, that's Cena. We'll find out. Tanahashi, bro. Tanahashi is already sold, and yeah, it's Tanahashi. I know it's Wrestle Kingdom. It's the biggest event of the year, but this is Tanahashi's retirement, bro. Like Tanahashi is the ticket mover on this show, and they've done over 31,000 tickets already.
Wow.
I'd assume that the target is around somewhere like 40 for this. So I think they got a good chance of getting there, bro. Like, we got just under 2 months, So Wrestle Kingdom 20 is over 31,000 people. Tanahashi's opponent hasn't been announced officially yet. I feel like as each day gets closer, more and more people think it will be more and more people think it will be Kazu. People think it will be Okada. Who do you think it's going to be?
Yeah, I don't know at this point. Tanahashi, very hilariously in the press conference, was saying, "Be patient with us." A very out there pick for that would be John Cena wrapping up his last year, full-time competitor for WWE, getting the Wabadoo at Wrestle Kingdom.
He adds one extra date. He's like, I can retire now.
That would be
epic. Or imagine just like.
Can you imagine? That'd be crazy.
Cena in the dome,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say Okada makes sense. Yeah, I almost got tricked into believing some of this Naito stuff was a bit of a work, and that might be where Naito returns and gets his big match with Tanahashi. I don't know that I believe that though.
Yeah, I'm not tapped in quite enough to have like enough of a good enough educated guess, if that makes sense. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about Okada though. Definitely seen the Naito kind of murmurs as well. The Shinsuke talk has died down a lot.
I don't see that happening at all. I think that's more far fetched than a Cena match, honestly.
Nah, you can't. Nah,
that is, bro. WWE is not letting Shinsuke have a New Japan match in 2026, bro.
Hey man, he's got some shit in his contract that he's allowed to work Japan though. So I don't know, man.
I don't see that.
It does just feel like Okada, bro. Because like Tsuji, he just wrestled Tsuji, didn't he? So like.
Tsuji's got his match announced already.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because when you're thinking of like somebody as iconic as Tanahashi, very much like Cena, it's like you gotta pick someone, whether heel or babyface. It's gotta be like the next fucking guy, bro. Like you can't just be like fucking, I don't know, evil. I know
No.
he's wrestling Aaron Wolf, who he's already taken for, but like,
Yeah.
you know, it needs to be a real. It needs to mean something, bro. Like when it's done, we look back at it like this was a big step in this person's career, retiring this person. You know.
Yeah.
He's like
If
there's
it,
Yota Tsuji. There's.
yeah.
I think that's who I probably would have picked. Then it's probably Yota Tsuji, but that's me as like a full-on New Japan outsider these days. You know what I'm saying? So, the Okada thing is cool.
Well, Suji has
I
his
don't think
match, so it can't be Suji. Suji is
no. I'm just saying like that's probably who I would have. It
yeah.
just feels like like I said, I do think it probably will be Okada from my very limited knowledge.
If you go with like another older guy, I think it would be a great surprise if they managed to make the Shibata match happen. I don't see that one either. I think it would be at least interesting.
I ain't
I
trusting
think
Shibata again, bro. That might be more unrealistic than the Cena match, man.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
they what's the word I'm looking for, bro? They not expelled. Basically, though, they expelled him, and it like they were like, "Get out of here, bro!" Like, with all that shit. You know?
Shibata match would be crazy. But yeah, I think with the trajectory of where Goto was this year and his world championship reign and him coming back and proving that he could be a draw and a main eventer, I think Goto is an interesting option as well. I don't
It would
know.
be that would be like nice, you know.
Yeah. I don't
That would be nice.
I think that would be kind of underwhelming, honestly. But I I do think there's a strong argument for why it could be Goto. My gut tells me that we're probably going Goto versus Zack at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. He was in like the post match stuff the other
Bumba
day.
Clot.
Yeah, man, but yeah, him even being involved in that post match stuff the other day with Tanner and shit is obviously like, you know, they're fucking with him. The office are obviously fucking with him. You know, they're with him. So Kenny Omega, obviously, that's I guess kind of like quite a cool option as well.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
the
already done.
Ice match. That's announced for this Saturday, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they've already done the Gabe Kid match.
Yeah, not that many options because like, the New Japan roster, of course, has taken its licks over the past few years. Do you know what I mean? So, and a lot of the Musketeers haven't caught like. I don't think Shota Rumen or Ren Narita, like they haven't caught on the way that like you probably would have hoped. You know, I've always had a lot of stock in Yuya. You know.
Yeah, and they've done the Yuya match already.
That's what I mean. And Yuya's great and everything, but even he's a little bit behind where ideally you'd think you would want him. You know. Then that just kind of like leaves Suji, who'd already done that, and he's already taken for. He says, "Bro, I think it's gonna be Okada, man." The Naito thing I wouldn't completely write off, but yeah, I think it's just gonna be Okada, man. Dave Finlay, they better not. They better not. No, I'll rate Finlay. I actually do rate Finlay. I know some people proper like turn their nose up at him in it, but
Finlay's had a phenomenal last 2 years. Honestly, I think.
Yeah, he's really good, bro. But like, just now, bro,
I think he's proven a lot of people wrong over the last 2 years for sure. But I don't know if I would go with that for Tanahashi's last match. This is Tanahashi, man. Like,
so yeah, this is where I'm at with Pert Shirai, bro. Gunther and Kazu feel like the guys for Cena and Tanner. Yeah, they're my early prediction. Wait, it's not even that early with Tanner because I think that's going to get unveiled like pretty soon. So, but yeah, man, we'll see what happens. Shout out Corey as well, who was in the chat earlier saying lots of interesting names are going to be in the tourney, and as expected, the tourney stuff will be revealed in bits and pieces over the next week and a half. So, yeah, man. Cena, Tanner, final opponents. We'll see how that plays out. I got my picks. What else is there? Saturday night's main event, bro. Just a little bit more from the full out of that. Jade, world champion, bro. You know, Jade finally got a world title. You know, I say finally. It's still quite early in her career. If you deep it, she ain't been WWE forever.
mm-hmm.
You know, I think she's made a pro. Some people have come down like a ton of bricks on Jade Cargill. I think I've always said that for. I've said it for years now, pre WWE and everything, you know. But And it's a kind of a thing like with wrestling these days. It's like if a wrestler isn't at a certain point within like 2 years, people are like, "Oh my god, she's dead," like and stuff like that. But like in this day and age, we watch wrestlers literally learn how to wrestle on TV in front of our eyes, especially in AEW.
Yes.
Like we literally was watching her wrestle every match she ever wrestled. So and even in WWE, it's like I don't know what some of these people were thinking. Like, she's gonna come into WWE and all of a sudden become fucking Io Sky, bro. Like, no, that was not gonna be the case. Do you know what I mean? Um, I think she's made slight improvements. Again, I wouldn't say she's an amazing in-ring worker, but I've always said, and I've maintained this with a lot of different wrestlers for different reasons, Jay doesn't need to be a great in-ring worker. Yes, it would be a bonus. Yes, it would be a bonus. Yes, I would like her more. Yes, fans would probably like her more and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, it would help. It's never going to be a hindrance to be good, better in ring than what you are in it. But, you know, Jade's an aesthetic, bro. Jade's an aesthetic.
Exactly.
Jade is star power. Jade is presence. Jade is like, even her promos aren't that great. It's not that. You know what I mean? That's not her. That's not what they're selling with Jade Cargill. So WWE have obviously very much bought into Jade. I think that's been pretty obvious from the start. I think they'll probably, if they would have felt more comfortable too, they would have put the world title on it even sooner than this. But they've kind of took a little time with it, and they thought, let's end Tiffany's reign, which was definitely getting very tired.
Yeah.
Jay's kind of switched it up recently as well, and it's like, yeah, she's a champ now, so it's kind of, let's see what she's on, bro. Let's see what she's on. That's where I'm at with Jade at the moment. Let's see what she's really on.
Yeah, I actually like the match. I think for the most part, her matches with Tiffany have been kind of up and down. I think she had a really good one on SmackDown at one point where they had good chemistry, and then for some reason they did it again. They didn't really give them a ton of time at SummerSlam. I think that match could have been better, but they kept going back to that matchup and then adding Nia back in, and that's really going to be the story of Tiffany's reign, that she ended up wrestling the same two wrestlers way too many times in the middle of it.
That's another thing I could have said as well at the start of the show. It's like Tiffany's reign, bro. It's like people were like,
yeah.
So yeah, it's good that she had a first reign. Do you know what I mean? And that like it's clear how WWE kind of see it, but it's like the follow up on her that reign, like the most notable thing that happened from it was a fucking promo segment with Charlotte that went completely off the rails.
Yeah. The follow up to her win over Charlotte at WrestleMania was not great. I think that they could have came out of that and really done more with her. I don't think she ever really felt comfortable as a babyface either. I think she's just better as a heel, and I think the character works better as a heel, and it just never really connected as a babyface. But I don't think she really had the chance to connect as a babyface either when she kept wrestling the same opponents and the feuds weren't really interesting. But for a 300+ day reign, I think this ended up being pretty underwhelming, which is kind of unfortunate because you can tell that they really see it in Tiffany. And this isn't it for Tiffany. Tiffany's going to get another reign. I think it's a good sign that they gave Jade such a big win at this point. Like, now it feels like dethroning Tiffany is a big deal because she's held the belt for so long. I do think they kind of waited too long, but it is what it is. WWE still has this habit of getting someone from somewhere else and, trying to tear all of these things down and revamp it, and then just going back to what worked somewhere else. So it is very funny to me that they decided in all of this, let's wait 2 years and just turn a heel and have her do what worked when she got to the dance at AEW.
The obvious.
Instead of just doing that from the beginning. Yeah, I don't get it. And I think she is just completely miscast as a babyface. I got it while she was with Bianca. It worked when they were a tag team, but as a singles wrestler, I just think she should have always been a heel.
100%. Clearly, very obvious. Just watch her AEW run. Don't even have to see that much of it to know going into WWE like what the end game needs to be. No point even flirting with the babyface thing. I didn't really see the point. There was just no point in it. So.
No, and it felt like she was very obviously more comfortable being a heel. She was basically saying it herself on Twitter. So I never even understood why they did that, but I'm glad that they finally
She's
gave her the win.
also, it's like the character thing. So, bro, I don't think, yeah, and I like her. I like Jade, and I'm a Jade fan. And I've
Mhm.
said when people have like piled on her, I've said like, bro, she has got better. Like the people who saying she's gone regressed and like, bro, absolute nonsense. And that like, I won't fucking stand 10 toes down for Jade, but like, I will happily like point out people being talking crazy. Um, I don't think from what we see of her on Twitter or whatever, yeah, I don't think she's that likable. Do you know what I
No.
mean? Like, I don't. She's not like a I don't know, bro. Like, who's a super likable wrestler these days in interviews or something? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. It shows where we
Uh,
are as a society, and it. But
well,
like,
oddly enough, every time you see him, Omos is one of those. Every time you see him do
oh
interviews, it's
yeah,
like, now this
almost is the
guy is
man,
so
bro.
charismatic. Like, why aren't they doing more with this guy? Uh, but yeah, Jay, I just feel like her attitude, the way she carries herself, her style of wrestling, like that style of powerhouse wrestling, she just
Willow.
makes more sense as a heel. And she just always has. And so when the way that they put this match together, she just went out there and just like hit the power bombs repeatedly on her and just smoked her towards the end of the match. Yeah, that's kind of the way you should be booking
Yeah,
Jade.
man. And all the best matches in WWE so far have been like big bombs. Like she had like one with Nia Jax, which I really liked. I remember. I think it was like
Yeah,
one of the Queen of the Ring matches. I think it ended in like a DQ or something as well. But yeah, man. So shout out Jade and yeah, man. Jamaican sister doing the business, bro. And also, of course, shout out to all the people over in Jamaica at the moment dealing with the after effects of Hurricane Melissa.
yeah.
Really has kind of just ran through that place, man. My grandma was meant to be going there on the weekend. Obviously, that flight got
Mm.
cancelled. You know what I'm saying? She's still hoping to go out there, and I'm sure she'll kind of keep me updated with what's going on with the fam and everything. But yeah, man, shout out Jade, of course. She might be one of the first Jamaican WWE champions. She's
I
gotta be.
think I think E is Jamaican as well, right?
I don't actually know, bro. I don't actually know.
I
I
think
don't
Big
like
E
to
is Jamaican.
assume. I don't like to assume. I feel like I'm pretty decent at telling. You know, like just, and of course, like in the UK, there's a lot of us. You get me, but like yeah, like I don't like to just assume. Like, but I don't know with he might be. He might
Yeah.
be. I
Um,
don't. Either way, there's not been a lot.
yeah,
You know, there's not
absolutely.
been a lot of them. So
I wonder, does this mean we're close to a Bianca return? Fingers crossed.
I hope
Because
so, bro. I've missed her. You know.
because I have to assume with Jade as champion, that's the big match you have for her. Naomi's not there anymore, so that's got to be the big one. I think Jade Charlotte makes a lot of sense as well, but like you got to pay off that stare down with Bianca.
Yeah, we need Binky back, bro.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that's what my most anticipated like return will happening. I think is like let's get Bianca back in the game, bro. Especially like I said earlier in the show, man. Like the women have carried WWE this year, so maybe people missing her hasn't been at the forefront of people's mind. You know, as much as maybe if it was a one of the main male stars being out. Um, but yeah, like Bianca with this kind of current cast, bro. Like I'm ready for it.
yeah,
I'm also ready for like the Kabuki Warriors to win the tag titles because you look at the SmackDown division, bro, and nobody on this fucking planet can look at me with a straight face and say that SmackDown division can afford to have tag titles on Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, bro. Like they need
yeah,
help, man. They need help over there. Especially
yeah,
obviously now Jay's the champ. Do you know what I mean? Like boom, 2 matches out the gate that you can do with Jade, Alexa, and Charlotte. You can do those matches. You can run them.
yeah.
So
That's kind of why I think Charlotte makes a lot of sense because Alexa is somebody you can obviously put in there with Jade, and Jade can throw her around and
mm-hmm.
get the big power moves off, and that could set up the Charlotte match. And you've prolonged Charlotte being in the world title picture long enough since WrestleMania. Now you could eventually get back there.
They always underestimate my queen, you know. Don't ever underestimate Big Lexi, bro.
Yeah,
They're always underestimating her. I'm telling you, bro. She'll throw some bombs. You know, she'll work stiff. She'll sell. I'm telling you, bro. Lexi will get the job done with Jade. This could get clipped and age horribly, but fuck it. You know?
Yeah, but yeah, I have to assume Kabuki Warriors are winning those titles soon. I do think that we're heading towards Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea and Io again in a Russell Palooza rematch. Sorry, Clash rematch. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Still trying to hang on to some optimism, as you can see, people with the Fed. I see some super chats. I see some super chats before we kind of get into the, I guess, the last few things I want to talk about. Obviously, we'll kind of touch more on Raw. Obviously, we've kind of just buried Triple H and Logan Paul. So, let's do the Razor section. Razor, you talk about yourself in third person so much that I'm just gonna start like just putting an eye there because everybody knows it's you, brother, and I know why you do it. It's part of the gimmick, you know. I know you want to protect. I know you want to protect the gimmick. It's like when there's a few super chats, but I can't do it for everyone, you know. I'll do it for the first one. So Razor 999, he says Razor 2 favourites got cussed out by Razor on Sean Sapp Fightful stream, specifically Punk. Cody has no heels to work with, and he's part to blame. Fed fans are grilling him. Montel, is my agenda done? It's not. I'd start to get scared.
They're looking good, bro.
I'd start to get worried. You know, I mean, everyone knows what the Razor agenda is now. It's Punk versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania for the WWE title. So, yeah, bro, I don't know about all that, man.
Not looking good. I thought, at best, if Punk lost at Saturday Night Main Event, you could at least get to Punk winning the Chamber match in Chicago, and that set up his WrestleMania match. Now you're looking at potentially Punk defending the world title in a Chamber match in Chicago, which is also an option. But I don't know how you get Cody there. I don't know that I believe Cody's going to lose the title before WrestleMania.
The thing is, the Razor, this is what your biggest hope is, yeah? That a political clusterfuck like this year happens again, and where the pieces fall is Cody versus Punk. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Roman could just come back and just fuck shit up, bro. You know, like he's got that in him. You get me? He could be like, what was Jay not wrestling for the world heavyweight title at WrestleMania? You know, we can start asking. Like, it's like Roman can come back and fuck shit up, bro. So that's always, you know, Dwayne will always be looming. Dwayne and Brian Gewirtz, you know, Triple H is absolutely cooked this year. So who knows what he'll do? They got Road Dogg, you know, they got him doing whatever he's doing over there. Heyman, you never know what he's gonna come out with. You know what I'm saying, bro? So he could end up just becoming like a political like Cody. You know, Cody's got power. CM Punk, I'm sure's got a little bit of leverage as well. You know what I mean? You could get messy, bro. You could get messy.
I still think Cody Punk is the best option for Cody. I have absolutely no interest in Cody Roman 3. I have
really
even less interest in Cody versus Brock.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
And like, I'm trying to think, what are the other big options for Cody
Randy.
if it's not Punk?
Randy.
Yeah, I think Punk Cody is a lot more interesting at this point.
Yeah. Those pre Rumble promos, man.
So good.
Because like, when they're together in the ring and they're just spitting, bro, it's like it hits you, and it like, yo, this is mad. Like these two do you know what I mean? Like, yo, Punk's like career, the way things played out, the way things Cody's played out, the way that they kind of missed each other in AEW, you know, and like kind of, you know, like even though it was clearly bullshit, like the rumors of like, oh, Cody left because Punk came, and do you know what I mean? Like, there's all these elements,
this weekend. Bro. There's no way I believe that.
I never did, man.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But yeah, like there's magic with that duo, bro. There's magic, man.
Personally, I think the best way you get there, if Braun does not win the Royal Rumble, and if we're going with CM Punk defending the title in Chicago, Elimination Chamber, I think you give Braun a win. I think you give Braun the win at Elimination Chamber, have Braun go into WrestleMania as champion. I don't know that I believe you're going to have Punk lose in his hometown that close to
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania. But I think it would be a very, man,
Interesting.
that'd be an interesting angle to have Braun win that. And
Mm-hmm.
that way you can have Punk come out of it and challenge Cody at WrestleMania. And if this 6 months is right, you've got the chance to get Rollins versus Braun at WrestleMania as well.
Yeah. I like it, man, because it's just to what we were talking about a few minutes ago about like just going all in with Braun, like just give him this, give him that as well. Fuck it, let him smoke CM Punk in Chicago. Like, let's do all these things. You know what I mean? And then yeah, he's gonna face Rollins at Mania, and guess what's happening to Rollins, bro? We're body bagging him. You know,
Yeah.
so it's just like
I,
do all
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, I do very much like the idea of the Elimination Chamber going up, and everybody thinks the show is over. They put the end credits thing up, same way as last time they were in Chicago for Survivor Series, and that's when we hear "Burn It Down." And he's standing at the top of the ramp, Brian holding the belt up. I think that'd be an awesome way to end that show.
Yeah, I hear it. I definitely hear it. Razor Punk versus Cena at MSG. They got history of great face versus face matches. Money in the Bank 2011, and the most recent was the Magic at the Elimination Chamber, not Saudi. How does Punk hold the World Heavyweight Championship title? Again, love Montel. Much love, Razor. Obviously, as always. Yeah, it was funny seeing like it was almost, especially in hindsight, like funny seeing like the magic that Punk and Cena had in that
Yeah,
chamber. You
and,
know,
and the
like
Rumble match too. I thought their exchange in the Rumble was great
yeah,
as
man,
well.
they were just doing the dance, bro. Like that was like the elimination chamber one, especially was like by definition like doing the dance. You know, like these two old boys, muscle memory. You know, like old foes. Like it was great, man. How long does Punk hold the World Heavyweight Championship?
Yeah, that's a big question. I have no idea.
He's the Bron Breakker booking's been so weird. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like because it's like you expect him to do one thing and then they don't do it, and it's like he was involved in the angle earlier, but it seems like he's obviously gonna defend against Logan Paul first. So it's like when it comes to it, Bron should beat him, any, but it's just like maybe he's in Chicago, bro. Maybe he does drop it in Chicago.
maybe. But let's see. Chamber is when? Is that February?
Yeah, I'm bad with dates, but
I
I'm just
think
gonna
it's
say yeah.
February. Um,
Hmm.
that's 4 months. Him holding the
That's a
belt for
nice
four
reign.
months.
These reigns
That's
don't need
not.
to be long, bro.
I like the idea of him holding the belt for about 4 or 3 months and then entering the chamber
I
and
like it, man.
trying to get the win to get the Cody match. That isn't out of realm of possibility. I just don't know. I'm not sure.
A 3 month reign would be fine, man. Like I know some fans would moan about it because they moan about everything, but it's like this the emphasis on like days of reign is ridiculous. We've completely lost the plot with it, bro. I think the best
Yes.
example of it is look at how like Tiffany held the belt for like 300 days or some shit. Yeah, that reign is not going to be remembered as anything but Tiffany first won the title. Like the actual reign itself is not going to be very memorable to anybody a few years from now, except for like I said earlier, the fucking Charlotte promo, which was obviously not
The
for the right
cash in, of
reasons.
course.
Yeah, like, even that, bro. It's not like it was like she just didn't have like this super memorable reign like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, but compare that to Sammy's 8 week title reign that he's just had. Do you know what I mean? Like the way people look forward to it and that, and the way people celebrated the reign after it ended. Like, oh, yeah, shout out Sammy, man, doing it. Like, it's just like, bro, that was an 8 week reign. It will be remembered more in a few years' time than Tiffany's 300-day reign. So it's like, Punk could hold the belt for 8 weeks, bro, and have a great reign. Like, he could do that. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see if it's 3 months, 4 months. Maybe he holds it all the way to Mania. I don't know any. I'm sure Seth Rollins' status probably plays into that. Um, so we'll see. We'll see, Razor. But how long it goes doesn't really matter. As long as we get like more, I don't know, like Dom Mysterio, Gunther, people like that, and not fucking Logan Paul, Jey Uso. You get me?
No.
So
I really want this Finn back match. Finn was one of the first few
I'd
guys
be with it, man. I'd be with it.
that said he wanted a Punk match. I think Finn makes a lot of sense. I think I don't know, man. Sheamus, his ears perked up immediately. He got on Raw Talk after the show and was like, "Man, of course he wants the match." I don't know. They've got a lot of options, but yeah, Logan was definitely least my least favorite option.
Yeah, rock bottom of the list, just
Yeah.
above Brock Lesnar, like narrowly above Brock Lesnar. Razor 499. I was at Saturday night's main event. I was mad at Saturday night's main event and the Fed story of 2025. Yeah, Triple H jeopardized the agenda, which Ibu said on South Made was the plan before Seth's injury. R.I.P. Seems like reality's settling in for you, right?
Yeah, it's not looking good, man. I think it was looking real good until Seth got injured. Yeah, Seth getting injured changes so much, man. That's why it's so hard to predict this.
Yeah. He says, Punk being angry 96-97 HBK on his friend Jay popped me.
Bro, that neck breaker spot and Seth, sorry, Punk kicking him in the head afterwards and just going and redoing the spot. It's fucking hilarious, man.
Bro, it's the whole vibe of the way he kicks at his head as well. Like it's so such a funny, man. It's like how your dad would kick his fucking braking car or something. Do you know what I mean? Like when he's trying to fix it, like it's just like this really frustrated, just.
When he gets him outside the ring, when he rolls out after the GTS as well, and he goes and gets a bottle of water and pours it on him, like,
that
yo,
was crazy. I know it was just after the GTS, but yo, undertones in it, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Ryan, appreciate you, bro. Member of the channel. Don't forget you guys can join as well. No Logan fan, but does his inclusion help limit the cheers for the Vision? They were kind of cool guy heels.
I don't buy that he's joining the Vision.
Neither do I.
I think this
obviously
is just
I
for the War
understand why
Games
people
match.
think it, but like, yeah.
No, I don't see it. I think this is just for the War Games match. I think he's gonna be in a War Games match, and then he's gonna disappear for the next few months until Royal Rumble.
Rise at 6.99 as well. My agenda is Melo beats Miz round 1, Trick round 2, steals a victory against Gunther and loses to Obi in the finals. Bro, that's a nice booking because it's like Trick would get Melo would get a lot out of just that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then like obviously the dream of Oba winning. Melo beating Gunther I'd have to say Melo's already beat Gunther, which is crazy, but like
yeah.
Yeah, man. Gunther put a few people over in NXT. Man. Like Bron Breaker's beat Gunther as well, man. But yeah, Melo's beat him. Bron's beat him. A few people beat him down in NXT when he had his little short like stopgap run there.
Yeah, that's a very optimistic pitch, Ryan.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
Jan Theodore, $2 Canadian. Yo, the thumbnail for this video is hilarious. I'm gonna try to get better with the funny thumbnails. I can't lie, you know, because sometimes just something on a thumbnail is just funny, bro. Just inherently, like it's just like even just this one, bro. Like just Triple H's face, is he cooked? Like it's just always like it's just you know. People who watch football content will know about the iconic rants and bants fucking thumbnails for like Garnacho and shit like that, but.
No shame in this guy's game as well. Wasn't there Saturday. Made sure to circle back and get his point picture in last night with CM Punk.
Nasty guy, bro. You know. I was thinking, cool $5. A gassed, washed up Brock is going to give a gassed Yeet Man a German suplex in War Games. Good lord.
Oh man. I don't know.
Let's not even go there. GMB 199. Watch Kalani have a better main roster run than Melo Long. Maybe. I don't think she's getting called up anytime soon, though. So
no.
Black Yakuza 94, appreciate you as always. Cena FC will never let Triple H know peace if Gunther kills him, though. Bro, that's what he should do, though, bro. Like, let's be real, like what? Like, if you're gonna put Gunther in that position, like Gunther has to win, bro. Like the only way Cena should be winning his last match is if you do one of those like old head versus old head, like Punk, Randy. You know, obviously Cope's not available, but do you know what I mean? Like, if you do like that sort of match, then okay, you put Cena over, everything's happy and that. But like, if he's going against someone in the fucking 30s, bro, like he's putting him over, bro. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he
putting him
should not be
over.
beating Gunther at this point in his career.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't think he would want to either. So, um, yeah, man. Appreciate the super chats, guys. What did we like from Raw, Phil? What's your favourite thing or least favourite thing from Raw last night? Because we're not going to go through everything, but we'll touch on the highlights and lowlights, won't we? So we've already talked about Logan. So
my least favorite thing was the opening segment, and of course the closing angle. I think the closing angle was just like
the double count out as well. Like, it was
the,
just
the double count up to get there, and then you've got the standoff with the chairs. And I just, as soon as Logan Paul hit the ring,
bro.
I was like, he is gonna punch Punk. There's no way.
Yeah.
So when it happened, I was just like, okay. And then we get this long him handing the brass knucks to
so
Heyman.
long. Like he listens to those agents, bro. Logan does. I'll give him that. You know, just milking every second he can. You know,
it's Heyman, for some reason, every time anybody is attacked in his presence, he's the most shocked man in the world. Every single time he's got the big shocked face. Opening and closing angle was just terrible to me. I did not like it at all.
You know what? My favorite thing on the show was probably the return of Rey Mysterio. I like that live promo back and forth he had with Dom. You know, Dom comes out live promo, bragging as usual. You know, talking about I'm the greatest luchador of all time, I'm this and that, and then boom, Rey Mysterio comes up. And it's like, we ain't seen Rey in so long, bro. It didn't hit me until like we actually seen him. They said on commentary something like, "Yeah, we ain't seen him since Mania." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, we haven't seen him in a long time, and he hasn't interacted with Dom that much, other than when Dom won the Triple I championship, and of course, Dom demanded that he belt him up, and yeah, I love that he immediately came out and reacted to him, calling himself the King of Luchadors, and not saying that it's disrespectful to me. It's disrespectful to all of these guys like Blue Demon, Eddie Guerrero, and all of these other names. I thought that was great. And Dom's retort to it was even better of him. Keep my father's name out of your mouth. I thought that was great. I really liked this segment.
I liked it a lot, man. The crowd had absolutely no idea who El Santo and Blue Demon were, but they popped huge for Eddie Guerrero. You know, they popped huge for Eddie Guerrero, and obviously when Dom's reply was "keep my father's name out your mouth," like that was,
Yeah,
Ray told him, bro. You know,
they did not know who El Santo or Blue Demon is.
Not a clue, bro. Not a
Eddie Guerrero.
Clue.
They popped huge for that.
Huge, but Ray was just like, "Yo, you can talk all this spicy shit all you want, but one thing, it's where I cross the line, where I draw the line is when you say the greatest luchador of all time. Like, we ain't having that, bro. We're not having that." Dom tried doing the whole like, you're just jealous of my success because I'm already better than you, blah 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 blah. And I know he's a heel and stuff, but like, chill out, bro. You know, like talking about I've done everything you did but better. Like, chill out, bro. Anyway, but yeah, Ray just kind of like, okay, but as long as I'm around, you'll never be the king of the luchadors. You'll never be the best Mysterio. And they kind of went back. Like, Dom went to walk away, but it didn't. He did the whole heel thing of like, I'm not actually going to walk away. I'm going to try and hit you. And Ray got the better of him, hit him with a 619. Dom rolls out of the ring, and yeah, man, it was a good segment, bro. The crowd was. It was like one of those. It was like from like, I don't know, like a year and a half ago. Like, that sort of the way the crowd was like biting on everything and stuff, and like the chants and everything. Like, the crowd was really into this, bro. It was really yeah, I thought it was probably the best thing on the show, to be honest. And there was a few good things on the show, even though it was started and ended with like wrestle crap.
Yeah.
The actual show itself was pretty good, man. If I'm being brutally honest, like both of the women's tags I really liked. Roxanne and Raquel versus Stephanie and Nikki, and Laura and Bailey against the Kabuki Warriors. AJ and Dragon Lee versus Finn and JD. That was another good one. What else did we get? Obviously, we got the Cena tournament announcements. Penta versus El Grande was all right.
How long are we going to keep doing this Grande Americano thing, man? Come on. What's the shelf life on this? You
I
got three
don't
really
know.
great wrestlers.
He just
In
reminds me that Chad Gable's out of action. It just makes me sad. But you
Yeah,
know,
you got three really great wrestlers doing this thing, and
it's nasty, bro.
obviously, Ludwig has gone very method with this. He is speaking Spanish. We've seen like the rumors of his dating life as well that came out of this. What a guy!
He's feeling Mexican, bro. Shout out
what,
self-made.
what a guy, man! He goes down there to Mexico. All of a sudden, he's turned into male Tessa Blanchard. Tessa goes down there every time. It's like, yeah, I'm Mexican
Well,
now.
well, hold on. You know, so, chill out a bit. You know, hold on a minute. You know, what I was gonna say though, oh yeah, Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella got tagged in that tag match by Roxanne again, second week in a row. Her placement fascinates me, you know, because it is very much, you know, like what she says on screen. It does feel like it is very much like she's literally just came back because she's in awe of like all these women around today, and she just wants to see if she can hang and stuff like that. And that's kind of what they're telling on screen as well. And obviously, she got pinned again by Roxanne, and she has like the backstage thing with Stephanie of like, oh, you know, I came back to see if I can hang, and I keep losing. I've let you down tonight, and now you're gonna have to defend your title, and blah 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 blah. And it's obviously gonna build to Nikki Bella eventually turning heel, then it. But it's just like
Absolutely.
her placement's fascinating me, bro, because like I said, she's kind of just a member on the roster, seeing if she can hang, and it's like it's Nikki Bella, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm not saying she needs to be world champ and the top drawer and everything, but like, yeah, it just fascinates me, man.
Yeah, I have to assume you got a few cards on the table with a heel turn for her now, with AJ being back, and you can of course like potentially run back AJ versus Nikki Bella at some point, even if it's just an interaction between them in the
Yeah,
Women's Royal Rumble match. I think there's so much you could do there with Nikki as a heel. But yeah, the writing is on the wall. She's definitely going to turn heel.
yeah, definitely. The Becky impromptu promo was good. I like that. When she gets on the announce table and she's just, you know, she's pissed, bro. She's pissed at the moment. Becky Lynch is, you know. She says she had a lot to get off her chest. The Vision have ruined everything. Obviously, they've put her hot husband on the shelf and she has to look after him at home now. The crooked referees that are going against her and all these Maxine Dupree matches. Adam Pearce sending her home. Then she was pissed. What did she say about New Mexico? The only good thing to come out of New Mexico was a TV show about how much meth you will smoke. So
Great line.
she was on, yeah, shout out Breaking Bad. And obviously she goes off on Maxine Dupree, and he's just like, listen, you don't belong in the ring with me. You don't belong to breathe the same air as me. Next time you step in the ring with me, it won't just be the biggest opportunity of your career. It will be the last opportunity of your career. Do you think there's even a chance that Maxine wins the belt via some sort of AJ Lee involvement?
No,
not a chance.
No.
Because this will be the third time they've wrestled, you know. And I thought they were going to do it last time, but not with Maxine winning the title. I thought like Becky was going to win, or Maxine was going to get like a DQ or some bullshit again. And then Becky would just like beat her up after, and AJ Lee would come back, and that's how they were good. Like I always thought like this Maxine thing would lead to AJ coming back, but now I don't know. Because like they're running the third match, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah, nah. I still think the end goal here is probably Becky AJ for the IC title. I just don't see Maxine winning.
So do you think Maxine loses? Becky beats her up, and AJ. Do you think basically what I'm saying? Do you think this leads to AJ coming back?
Yes.
Okay.
The Meltzer report at one point that was that AJ is going to be in a War Games match. I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know that I still believe that, but if Becky's in the War Games match, it feels like she's going to be in there. Yeah. So
that women's War Games match is the rumored one anyway. The reported one is nice, man. And yeah, not too much else on Raw. Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte was made official, so I think Kabuki Warriors will win. As I was just saying earlier, I think Charlotte and Alexa kind of need to be single stars if they're going to end up on SmackDown, because it's looking spooky over there. Even if they're still I'm not saying do a breakup. Keep them associated with each other. They're still, quote, not friends, but friends, you know. But yeah, they're off. They need someone on that SmackDown roster, bro. Um, but yeah, man. I guess speaking of war games, switch it up because we've hardly at all, to be honest, spoke about AEW on this show. The women's war game, women's war games lineup is official, and fucking Mercedes is in not war games, in Blood and Guts, bro.
Blood and Guts.
Mercedes Moné is in fucking Blood and Guts. That's mad, because if anybody knows Mercedes law, like, she don't really do these matches, and it because of her brother and that, which makes me think that she's probably not going to run the Blade either. But if she does, shit, you know, oh shit. But yeah, man, Mercedes in Blood and Guts. But yeah, it's a strong lineup, man. Just to make sure I don't get it wrong.
We've got 6v6.
Yeah, 6v6 on the heel side. You got Mercedes, Megan Bain, Marina Shafir, and the Triangle of Madness against the babyface team of Chris Statlander, Tony Storm, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Jamie Hayter, and Queen Aminata. That's stacked, bro. Like, I know people. I think it's stacked as well because Tony's seen the tweets. You know, like, I do feel like that's affected his booking of this match. I can't lie. When people were like, "Oh, why has there been no follow up? Why has there not been any of this? Why has there not been any of that?" Tony's probably just sat there, you know what? Fuck is, bro. I'm putting Mercedes, Tony, Willow, Chris. Fuck it, they're all going in. Like, that's how I think he's actually approached it. So I'm not mad at it. But yeah, man. What are you thinking, Phil? Good lineup.
Yeah, I think it's a very good lineup. I think it was a good reason to criticize the company when we hadn't had a lineup up to this point. And the second the men got a challenge on the table, they had a graphic within 24 hours. And Jamie Hayter had challenged the Triangle of Madness weeks ahead of that. And we hadn't got a graphic. We hadn't got anything for the women. And so, yeah, I think that a lot of the criticism was earned at that point because you could have done so much in the weeks before that to get us up to the match. I know people were talking about ticket sales and things, but if you announced that lineup a few weeks ago, you probably would have sold more tickets. And you can't really put it on women 100%. that they can't draw when the fans don't know what the match is. They don't know what the lineup is. And so, yeah, I think that the build.
Especially when the lineup's this, bro. Like, again, that's another, to your point, man. It's like, yeah, it should have been announced a few weeks ago. To my point of, like, I don't think this was always the plan of the lineup, to be honest, bro. Like, I think
it changed a few times, probably.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, it changed anyway because of the what's her name, Penelope injury. So we know that, but you know,
but I think person.
Tony's, I was gonna say, I think Tony's like went full, like, yo, I'm going all star, bro. You know.
Yes. And I mean, you know, with Mercedes being a woman in WWE, that was a part of a lot of firsts for the women with the stipulation matches. I think it's awesome that she's getting this chance to be a part of her first here with AEW. And, you know, that makes this match feel bigger. That makes this match feel more special. And then you're adding the build to Mercedes Statlander in here as well. I think the video package they aired for Collision was really good as well. I think it helped to make this match feel bigger. Now you've got a week to build up to it. Very interested to see how this is going to work out with both matches being on Dynamite. You're looking at basically a 2-match show, essentially.
Yeah, you'd assume. So yeah, man, AEW Dynamite tomorrow. It's not Blood and Guts tomorrow, but we're going to be building.
I thought this was one of the better collisions we got in a long time as well. We got a excellent main event, Dorada versus Bandito. I thought what Mercedes versus Olympia was also very good.
It was. Olympia's very new as well, isn't she? So
yeah.
Well, she's not exactly some like 300 match vet, you know. So which is what Mercedes does, isn't it? Let's be real.
But yeah, what a year. Going all around the world doing these title matches. That stat for her amount of defenses as CMLL champion compared to the last few champions is mind-boggling. But just defending all these belts, also elevating the TBS title, and then why not? Just gonna throw a War Games match in the middle of it. 2 world title matches this year. Tony Storm, Statlander.
Yeah, she's special, man. She's special. Obviously, she started the year kind of and even like last year. And you know what's funny as well, like with Mercedes, like she's had such a great year, and it's like it could have been so much better still. You know,
Yeah.
like we're still kind of waiting on that one storyline for her in AEW. You know, like there's still boxes for her to tick in AEW as a company. You know, so still things to look forward to, and it doesn't look like she's slowing down, bro. Because yeah, man, she's fully like in the flow of things this past year or so, man. She's it's Mercedes Moné, bro. She's an all timer, you know. Phil, you got anything you want to promote or plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, you can check out Grapsity every Saturday at noon Eastern on Fightful's YouTube channel. It's me and my co-host Righteous Rich. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel if you have not already. YouTube.com/@Grapsity.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Yeah, man. Good shit. Good shit. Of course. I know a lot of our audience already fucks with Grapsity, knows about Grapsity anyway, so they know where you're from, you know. But yeah, man, make sure you're
Just in case.
supporting the
Just in case.
guys. Yeah, I'm sure. That's what I'm saying. Make sure you go support the guys over there, the guys over at Fightful as well, and all of our kind of brothers, sisters, families, friends of the brand, whether that's Self-Made, Late Night Grin, or anybody else. But I'm sure I'm forgetting. Corey from PWN was in the chat earlier. Shout out to him. Yeah, man, just keep supporting the guys making content and stuff, and Twitter accounts and tweeting, and we're trying to make shit more entertaining for you because it's what we do, you know. And we'll be back tomorrow with Girls on Graps, Charlie, Anna, and Lyric will of course be doing their weekly show. Who knows what they're gonna get into? Because I don't really have much control over that, you know. I trust them not to get me cancelled, and that's about it, you know. So. Yeah, Guys on Graps tomorrow. Of course, the Dynamite review for members. Please make sure you are subscribed, signed up, become a WrestlePurist member. You get the Dynamite reviews by Tempest and Sat. Friday, the Joe and Monty show, of course, with Joe and Monty. And then Ruthless Discussion as well, another Tempest and Sat show, which is not a member show. This is on the main channel at some point on the weekend. So yeah, man, we got things coming up. We got a nice little schedule starting to build now. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Appreciate the super chats. Please like and subscribe on your way out. It helps the channel a lot. And we will see you tomorrow for Goes on Graps. Peace.